was texting me, bro. I could probably go to the home screen real quick. I really want to load that app back up just to see if it's actually working. Okay, let's go to kick.com. Let's go to over here, channel. Oh, this is our first ever live stream on Kick, y'all. We live streaming on Kick, bro. I ain't never did that before. I can't believe like the stream key and everything else actually worked. Let's watch this video right here, bro. This video, let's see what time it is. This video could be maybe. This could be an hour to a 2-hour video. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Last night's SmackDown New Year's Revolution show had some very big moments, including the return of the Authors of Pain alongside Paul Ellering, who were accompanied by Karrion Kross, and took out Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, Kevin Owens knocking out the returning United States champion Logan Paul. But what has got every wrestling fan buzzing right now has to do with the Tribal Chief and undisputed champion Roman Reigns, and chaos that occurred on SmackDown regarding Roman's challenger for the Royal Rumble that was supposed to be determined in the triple threat match between LA Knight, Randy Orton, and AJ Styles. And to top it all off, there is now a breaking new rumor suggesting that Roman Reigns got into a backstage incident with Triple H following SmackDown last night, so join us as the sports entertainer looks at the wild rumor regarding a backstage incident between Triple H and Roman Reigns following SmackDown last night, why it happened, and all the major implications in WWE that will come from this as we inch closer to WrestleMania 40. So, last night's SmackDown episode was supposed to feature Roman Reigns' challenger for the Royal Rumble determined in the triple threat match between Randy Orton, LA Knight, and AJ Styles. But while everything seemed so simple that one of those three superstars would move on to the Royal Rumble and face off against Reigns for the Undisputed Championship, the Tribal Chief himself just made things way more difficult for himself when Reigns decided to interfere in the match. SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis was having absolutely none of Roman Reigns' antics here, and chose to announce to Paul Heyman, who was standing at ringside, while Reigns was celebrating in the ring after laying out Styles, Orton, and Knight with the rest of the bloodline, that Roman Reigns has now earned himself a fatal four-way match with all three superstars, Randy Orton, LA Knight, and AJ Styles at the Royal Rumble. With Nick Aldis once again proving to the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns that things are done his way, and Reigns doesn't have any extra power or authority in WWE to take matters into his own hands and change the outcome. Now, before we get into the major news and rumors surrounding the rumored backstage incident at SmackDown between Roman Reigns and Triple H, we first have to appreciate the match that Styles, Knight, and Orton put on prior to Roman Reigns' interference. This was an absolutely awesome triple threat match, one of the best in recent memory, and that fatal four-way match for the Undisputed Championship at the Royal Rumble will be an instant classic for sure, but the outcome of that match will definitely shock the WWE Universe. So let's get into the breaking new rumors right now. Now, one of our insider sources reported the following massive backstage plans, which definitely lets us know why Roman Reigns reportedly had a backstage incident with Triple H following SmackDown last night, because these reported plans probably don't sit well with the Tribal Chief. Quote, "So things have been very hectic behind the scenes in WWE since the special New Year's Raw Day 1 episode, which featured The Rock's return. The Rock's return on Raw this week was something that wasn't finalized until the very end of last year, which isn't surprising given Rock's busy schedule. And prior to that, the plans were locked in place for WrestleMania 40. Roman Reigns was going to be defending his Undisputed Championship against Cody Rhodes in one of the two nights' main events at the Showcase of the Immortals. Those plans completely changed after The Rock's return this week on Raw, and now Cody Rhodes isn't planned to be involved with Reigns come WrestleMania, and just that fact alone has caused there to be a lot of chaos
Let's
backstage in
go.
WWE these last few days, as creative are basically starting over from scratch when it comes to the storylines leading up to WrestleMania 40. Obviously, the direction we're heading in now is Rock Reigns at WrestleMania, but while we had previously heard reports that WWE planned for Reigns versus The Rock to be for the Undisputed Championship, Triple H reportedly made the call early Friday morning that things needed to be changed big time to keep everyone involved happy. We had reported that Cody Rhodes wasn't happy about getting removed from his Undisputed title match against Reigns and being replaced by The Rock. We have been told that one of the main reasons as to why Cody Rhodes returned to WWE in the first
Is
place
somebody gonna
was so
take it
that
off
he
for
could
him at
win
the
a
Rumble?
world title, and Cody has been
I mean,
reportedly
I'd be
expressing
okay
his
with it.
frustrations backstage
I had to
ever
deal with
since
the
The Rock's
fanfare,
return
I'll be okay.
and getting wind of the big changes to the plans in creative. So what we know right now is that early Friday morning before the special SmackDown New Year's show this week, Triple H made some big changes to the plans WWE Creative have been working on since The Rock's return, and initially Randy Orton was planned to win the triple threat match on SmackDown to face off against Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble, with Orton obviously going to lose to Reigns at the Royal Rumble, but Triple H made the last-minute call to have Reigns interfere in the #1 contenders triple threat match between AJ Styles, Randy Orton, and Knight, so that Nick Aldis could make the call to have Roman defend the Undisputed Championship in a fatal 4-way match at the Royal Rumble, and the reason for this decision goes far beyond the fact that this will be an awesome match for fans. It's more to do with the fact that we've heard rumblings that Triple H reportedly plans to take the Undisputed Championship off of Roman Reigns come the Royal Rumble, and having Reigns defend the title in a fatal 4-way means that Reigns can lose that title without even having to be pinned, so obviously one of the other 3 stars, likely LA Knight or AJ Styles, would take the pin so that a new Undisputed Champion, likely Randy Orton, can be crowned without Reigns losing any momentum or credibility. Apparently WWE feel The Rock versus Roman Reigns doesn't even need to be a title match to headline one of the 2 nights at WrestleMania 40, and to keep Cody Rhodes happy, Triple H is now considering having Randy Orton win the Undisputed title at the Royal Rumble and then working a major title feud with Cody Rhodes for the Undisputed title, heading into WrestleMania, which leaves Roman Reigns open for a non-title storyline with The Rock, which WWE also feel will make that match more special and less predictable, because everyone knows that The Rock isn't going to be sticking around in WWE after WrestleMania, and if Reigns is defending his title against The Rock, the predictable outcome would be Reigns defeating The Rock and retaining his title, but now that the backstage plans apparently have Reigns lose his title prior to The Rock match, that makes that match totally unpredictable since there's no title involved.
Okay.
However, we've been told that Roman Reigns wasn't happy about this. Now here's what one of our insider sources reported on the rumored backstage incident between Triple H and Roman Reigns after the SmackDown New Year's Revolution show, quote, Roman Reigns reportedly got wind of
Yeah, people
Watch
ain't gonna be
football
happy.
all season long, live and cable free.
They ain't gonna be happy.
these massively changed plans Friday, and Reigns reportedly confronted Triple H backstage about all of this, and that he's not happy about being booked to lose his Undisputed Championship and have his historic title reign cut a few months short, just because Cody Rhodes was unhappy about being excluded from the title plans for WrestleMania 40, but we have been told that Triple H apparently told Roman Reigns, who was getting quite angry and vocal behind the scenes at SmackDown, to calm down, and that this decision will benefit everybody. It will please the likes of Cody Rhodes, who WWE have a vested interest in, and don't want him to leave the company out of frustration of not getting the world title he was promised, and Hunter also tried to calm Reigns down by making it clear that he fully believes that his match against The Rock will only have more buzz now that the Undisputed title won't be on the line, making the match way less predictable. We've heard rumblings that Roman Reigns stormed out of SmackDown despite Hunter's attempts to calm him down, though one source mentioned Triple H fully expects Reigns to come around to these changed plans soon enough so it won't be an issue. The last thing we'll say is that we've heard it's likely that The Rock will interfere in the fatal 4-way match at the Royal Rumble and essentially cost Reigns the Undisputed title, thus really kickstarting their feud together, and having Cody Rhodes set his sights on the new Undisputed champ, which again will probably be Randy Orton, who WWE apparently think would be an amazing rival for Cody heading into WrestleMania 40, given all their history together. Let us know your guys' thoughts on the shocking new reports regarding Roman Reigns' rumored altercation confrontation with Triple H backstage following
I hope
SmackDown
he
New
at
Year's
least has
Revolution last
some
night. And do you guys think it's a good idea for Triple H to be planning for Reigns
Randy
to
Orton
lose
has
his
a good
undisputed
reign.
title to
He
Randy
keep,
Orton
he
at the
be, he
Royal
was getting
Rumble,
the WWE
likely with an
Championship
interference from The Rock,
quite a
so
while,
that Cody Rhodes gets his
even before
WrestleMania
taking
title
on
match
Drew.
and Reigns versus The
With
Rock becomes a
SmackDown Live.
non-title storyline
He
focusing
got the
more on the
WWE
bloodline?
Championship. He
Let
ain't
us
do much
know.
with it.
Well guys,
And
that's it for today's major wrestling news. Make sure you leave a like and comment, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you'll never miss out on an episode. Finally, if you haven't already, give us a follow on Twitter at TSE Wrestling, and we will see you guys in the next video.
This does make sense. Roman did seem kind of mad when walking off. I want to see what people saying about this. I want to see my boy kicking it with Ross. He's just the first person to pick up on stuff. I'm actually surprised I didn't hear about this. Okay, that's 5 minutes ago. It's the D1 butterfly effect that changed everything. I think I remember I was watching that. Mm. Mm. I ain't really seen nobody react to it. I'm gonna look up Roman Reigns to lose at Rumble. I gotta get somebody to react to it, or it won't feel like it's gonna happen. Okay, we got that video. Okay, so far I'm only seeing one video. I feel like once the championship reign is ended, it's gonna be like a couple of months where it's gonna be good, but after that, not really. Let's see what they talking about in this video though.
दोस्तों वेलकम बैक टू रेसलिंग जस्टिस और
Oh, nobody, we're not watching. No, I'm not about to watch Indian guy react. Okay, so it seems like nobody's really reporting it. I'll check in with Alana. Um, come on, just Alana. Let me see if he reported it. Alana Productions. This is a series from 1 day ago. Okay, let's see what he's talking about.
The Rock recently returned and teased the match with his cousin, Roman Reigns, aka the Tribal Chief, aka the head of the table. This got people worried, wondering about the state of Cody Rhodes and his WrestleMania 40 rematch against the Tribal Chief. However, reports came out letting us know that we don't need to worry because the plan is still for Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns to wrestle at WrestleMania 40 while having Roman Reigns and The Rock dream match happen at Elimination Chamber in Australia the month before. You see, this PLE is going to be in a stadium that can hold 70,000 people. I'm sure all of you know that by now. This is what made it seem like a good idea initially because we would get this long-awaited dream match. Elimination Chamber could get their big-time match to sell out the show. And then Cody can pick up his win a month later in Philly at WrestleMania to complete his story. It sounds like a win-win for everyone. It sounds like a good idea in theory. However, there's one thing that makes this a bad idea. It might even make it a terrible idea, and that is that the event starts at 5:30 p.m. in Perth, Australia. This means it would be 6:30 in the morning in the East Coast, and it would be 3:30 in the morning in the West Coast. To me, booking one of the biggest matches ever at that time is a horrible decision. You cannot have The Rock show up for one of the biggest fights of all time in professional wrestling, only to have a majority of your audience be asleep.
Want
Yeah,
to know how I took my
I ain't
business to
gonna
the
lie to
next
y'all. I
level?
would be
It's simple. It's Shopify.
unless
Shopify has all the
I
tools
wait
in
to
one
stay
place
up,
to run your
but
business and design your
if
In
I
my
did wait to
opinion,
stay up,
I
I
cannot
would
see
fall asleep at
WWE
5
making
o'clock,
this mistake. It would be a
just
great
30 minutes
mistake. It would
before.
be very unwise. It just doesn't make sense. So let's talk about some options we do have. The first option is the not so wise option, which would be to just book the match between Dwayne and Roman at Elimination Chamber. Let's quickly put this option to rest because it's just not a good idea. Like I said, the whole purpose of this video is letting you guys know that this is not a great idea. The second option is actually to book Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns for the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view instead. With a huge crowd of 70,000 people, Cody Rhodes could finish his story and become the WWE Champion prior to WrestleMania. And then if you really want, you could put Cody and maybe Randy Orton or Drew McIntyre. I don't know. I'm just throwing out names out there that would make for a great WWE Championship match. Triple H could even book The Rock to help out Cody at Elimination Chamber. And what I mean by booking him to help him win the belt is I just mean by hitting a rock bottom on Solo Sikoa so Solo doesn't screw Cody Rhodes yet again. This would then piss off Roman Reigns to set up a WrestleMania match with his cousin. This isn't a bad idea, but I don't think it's that great of an idea just because it would make Cody's moment now feel less important. That's the problem with the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. You got to realize that having a big time match at that show will make that match not feel as important as the WrestleMania match. I don't hate this idea, but I think we could find a better solution, and a better solution could be booking Roman Reigns for 2 WrestleMania main events. Roman Reigns could defeat The Rock in the first night of WrestleMania, and then he could go on to defend his title on the second night against Cody Rhodes. I think this would have been a perfect idea, but then again, we just got Phil Brooks, who came back to WWE to have CM Punk return only to have Dwayne Johnson take his main event spot again a decade later for the second time in his lifetime. Would be criminal. It would be a bad idea. I just can't have WWE do that to CM Punk. It would really give me some PTSD. The fourth option might anger some fans, but it could be a nice solution to this problem. Roman Reigns and The Rock could battle it out on the second night in the main event of WrestleMania 40 for the Undisputed Championship. And then on the first night of WrestleMania, in that main event, you could feature a triple threat match with CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Cody Rhodes. As we know, Rollins and Rhodes have the history. WWE can easily throw Cody Rhodes into this match, but then again, that is the main problem. It would feel like WWE is just throwing Cody into this match because they gave up on his original plan. Again, I don't love this idea, but it's not terrible. It's okay. The last option is an interesting thing I thought of, and it's that WWE could simply run back the WrestleMania 27 game plan all over again. It could be Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns in the main event of WrestleMania 40, with The Rock stopping Solo Sikoa from causing some nonsense. This could give Cody Rhodes his big victory, standing tall over Roman Reigns, with The Rock to close out the show. And then on the next night on Raw, you could have Roman Reigns come out, challenge Dwayne to the next year's main event of WrestleMania 41, and there you go. WWE could build up this feud for the next year, the same way they did with The Rock and John Cena in 2012. Throughout that time, Roman Reigns and the Bloodline in this year could crumble, leading to The Rock winning at WrestleMania 41, so he gets the win, and he puts the final nail to the coffin of the Bloodline. That would be the official end of the faction. I think this is a solid option, but the only major flaw with it is that it's kind of risky. You got to consider the fact that The Rock is old and he's got a really conflicting schedule with Hollywood. If he is available to work right now, it might be wise to just book it regardless, because the match was delayed a few times. It was supposed to happen at WrestleMania 36, then COVID happened. Then 37 was too late because the pandemic was still happening. And then it was supposed to happen at WrestleMania 38, according to a new report, but those plans fell due. Then it was supposed to happen at WrestleMania 39, and it was very close to happening, but it just didn't. And now it's looking like it's finally happening. Should WWE really risk waiting one more year? You know, an injury could ruin everything, whether that's to Roman or The Rock, or maybe even a new shoot for a movie comes up that's a big box office movie that's $100 million. I don't know. I'm just, throwing out a hypothetical situation. There's clearly a lot of factors that come into play for this match. On his recent podcast, Booker T actually spoke out about The Rock's return and his potential match with Roman Reigns. This is Booker T and his 2 cents on the situation.
It's got a buzz. Everybody talking about it. I think that's motive operandi. What is operandi? I think that's what that is more than anything. For me, you don't want to let that thing simmer too long, because The Rock, come on. How many times? Father time waits for no man. That's just the way it is. So for The Rock to get it done, this would be a great time for it. You know what I mean? For Roman as well. Roman's in his prime at the height of his title reign. It's not going to get any higher than this. So if it is that time to pull the trigger.
He was also asked about how this impacts Cody Rhodes and his WrestleMania moment, and this was Booker T's response to that.
I don't know what's going to happen with Cody, but I do know if The Rock is, got some time off, and this may be a window. Business is fluid. Sometimes the card is subject to change. So that's, I'm just saying.
And the last thing he said about the dream match between The Rock and Roman Reigns is this.
I don't know how many other guys going to come out of that curtain and get that pop like that, and the fans do what they did. That's just, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
I don't know if this entire dilemma is easily a no-brainer, but I will say The Rock and Roman Reigns is definitely the biggest match that WWE can book right now. And I don't think it can happen at 4:30 in the morning at Elimination Chamber. I hate that this has to happen now, honestly. It just makes you wish that The Rock showed up for WrestleMania 39 and did the match, or Cody Rhodes just simply should have won the belt back then. Looking back, that was the time to do it, guys. You could have easily had Roman Reigns and The Rock this year wrestle in the main event without a belt. Cody Rhodes would have been champion. Who knows if he still would have been champion, but at least the belt would be off of Roman Reigns and Cody would have gotten his moment. Anyways, the WWE is clearly in quite the predicament. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Should it be Cody or Rocky for the WrestleMania main event against Roman Reigns this year? Thanks for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Here's one thing you need to do.
I really wanted to watch that.
Before buying anything online. Don't spend another dime on Amazon until you watch this.
Nah. I thought it was going to show up on his. Wait, what was that? And the first Humble Choice bundle of 2024 features our favorite superhero game of years. It's crazy they got Blade as one of the favorite superhero games. Should be fun. I don't know about favorite though. Let's read this.
The dream of Sasha Banks returning to WWE is looking like it's coming to an end because Sean Ross Sapp from Fightful said this about Mercedes Moné and her status with AEW. Mercedes Moné has been in talks with All Elite Wrestling, and those within the industry expect that to be her landing point, Fightful Select has learned. With Fightful basically confirming this report, I think she's most likely going to end up with All Elite Wrestling. I wish we knew what happened with the meetings with WWE that led to those talks falling apart. But anyways, regardless of that, Mercedes will start her new chapter. I think it'll start tomorrow night on AEW Dynamite. Tony Khan needs to kick off the
this happened before, so that didn't end up happening.
Sasha Banks, aka Mercedes Moné. If there's one person that can help that women's division, it is Mercedes. I believe she's going to do everything in her power to make people care about the division and get people talking. Just look at how she got everyone talking about her in the last few days. Hopefully she has a great run over there. And what makes things even more interesting is that Naomi is reportedly coming back to WWE. Sean Ross Sapp said this. Sources within WWE and Impact tell Fightful Select that they expect Trinity, aka Naomi, to return to WWE, barring unforeseen circumstances. The WWE has had long major interest in bringing her back. I wonder if this might change things with Mercedes and AEW because she has still not signed the contract with them, so things could change. I don't think it will. I'm just saying it could. 2024 has been a bizarre year for wrestling, and it's only been 2 days, goddamn. Anyways, moving on, I wanted to share this cool tweet I saw, and it's about how Roman Reigns has now held the Universal Championship for 5 years, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, and now 2024. That is a dominant champion. Roman Reigns is easily one of the best champions of the modern era. Heck, there's even a chance he holds the belt until 2025. Who knows? We gotta wait and see what WWE does with him at WrestleMania 40, whether that's him against Cody Rhodes or The Rock. Regardless, I thought that was interesting and wanted to share it. Here is a wholesome clip of Braun Strowman talking about Bray Wyatt and how it helped him in the beginning of his career when he didn't have enough money to travel. It's a sweet story.
When I moved to Florida and started wrestling for WWE,
I think I've seen most of this part. I saw the news with Raquel, Velveteen Dream apologizing. And yeah, I think we've seen pretty much everything. Think I'm gonna end the video here. With this video, let's see how long we've been going. Yeah, we've been going a total of 25 minutes. We have been going for 25 minutes and 15 seconds. We actually got 10 seconds to go. I kind of want to end the video once we hit the 25-minute mark. Maybe 25:01. I just wanted to hit 25.